What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Build It video. Today we're going to be doing a low-level contest mayor's walkthrough for the city star. Let's go ahead and do his task assessment first. Actually, no, before we get started, hit that like and subscribe button. I always forget to say that on your video, star. I don't know why. I'm like ready to start grading you. Turn my brightness up there. Okay. So we have a new Discord set up. If you guys want to join us on Discord, we also are doing a kind of like a free giveaway every month for people who follow MissyAnne to their city description. You can submit that screenshot down in the photo album below, or if I see it on the global market, I'll screenshot it and add you into the drawing. Okay, let's see here. Task assessment. For those of you guys who are not really familiar with what that is or how to do it, this player does his task assessments this way rather than on the picture. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to go through and you're going to label everything either premium or non-premium or high premium. Okay, high premium is a task that can be worth 3,600 points. Premium is a task that can be worth 3,000 points. And non-premium is a task that cannot be worth 3,000 points. Okay? If you do not know which of those tasks can or cannot be worth 2,000 or 3,000 points, then you need to start really focusing on your task assessments and study the Contest to Mayor's Guide, because that is essential in knowing which tasks you need to rotate. Okay? Part of the task assessment is to help you remember kind of, which ones are which. So the next part of the task assessment is labeling everything main, rotatable, no touch, cancel. A main assignment is an assignment in your list worth 2,000 points or higher. It doesn't have to be premium or non-premium, it just has to be of main task value. So, for example, 2400 Paris would be a main task because it is over the 2,000 points. Even though it is non-premium, it's still a main task. We have rotatable assignments. Those are the ones that are below 2,000 points. Okay, so anything below 2,000 points is considered rotatable. Now, ideally what you would want to do is you would want to do all of your main tasks first, if at all possible, saying that they don't require a lot of downtime. Then move to your rotatable assignments. Okay? Next is the no touch cancel. So anything that you would not do. Now, typically for low-level players, that would include a monster task below 2,000 points you would not do, a chemicals task below, let's say, 1,700 to 1,600 points you would definitely not do. And then you have, tasks remaining, and that is where your rotation kind of shifts based on how close you are to the streaks. The way that you have to cancel upgrades if need be, the way that you rotate, a low keys or repair assignment, that's going to change the closer you get to the streaks. Same thing with high factory productions. Okay, so let's start off. I'm just going to quickly go through and label these. We have a non-premium repair in the streaks. What does this mean for us? Part of our storyline is saying like what we know about each task, in terms of opportunity, risk, that kind of thing. Basically, this task has a really high algorithm, meaning it always comes back. It being in the streaks means it's not going to be in the main list, so we have room for at least, one more thing to pop up, which is nice. So at least that is quick, fast, and in the streaks. We don't have to worry about anything else. Could have been like a textiles or an upgrade, which would have really sucked. The next one is a non-premium main task value on the monster. Now, this value, it would need done as soon as possible. But if the monster's not there, then he's going to have to move to something else and leave that sit for the time being. Okay, the next one is a delivery to Paris. This is a non-premium assignment of main task value. Then we have a rotatable premium on the metal. Now, for you low-level players, we consider factory productions and shop productions premium. High-level players, you do not. Unless it's electrical. That one is actually able to be worth 3,000 points. Okay, ladders. That is a premium rotatable. Now we have a premium rotatable on the board deliveries. Then we've got a non-premium launch war attack. And that's a specific type of attack, okay? Non-premium on the coins, rotatable. Non-premium, rotatable epic project. High premium, no touch on the Latin, because it's a low-level player. So, what do we need to know about the coins? Or actually, sorry, you guys, I forgot to tell you that. Okay, so Ladders has good opportunity. War Delivery has good opportunity, can be worth 3,000 points. The value possibility is higher on the War Deliveries than it is on Ladders. Like, think about the highest you've ever had Ladders. It's not 3,000 points, right? So, the highest you can have a War Delivery is 3,000 points. It's kind of the trick with low-level comm is that so many people don't understand, you know, the difference between premiums and non-premiums to the point where they just only want to rotate their premiums. And for low-level comm, that is a kind of a big problem because of the fact that you have to stack up those upgrades. Okay, now we have a... Hold on. We have a launch-specific war attack. Now, this one has a very low algorithm, meaning it's probably not going to come back once you do it. So that being said, it's going to open up something better, usually, right? Something that you can actually do. Then we have coins. Now, this one has a pretty high algorithm on it. However, it's not super high. It's a medium algorithm, meaning you can usually get between 2 and 6 rotations out of it before it comes back. That being said, usually if you are very close to the streaks, it means that you've got probably 6 upgrades in your list and maybe some factory productions, repair keys, monster coins, the things that you would normally have. You've run out of place values to rotate in long factory productions or your last upgrade. One of the good things that you can do right before the streaks is rotate in the coins, the repair, or the keys. This will help you bring in long factory productions or upgrades, right? So the Epic project, this one is actually a little bit different. This one comes at a risk. Here's the thing with Epics, okay? 1, they eat up your inventory. 2, they eat up your coins. Now, they're also limited, meaning that once they're gone, that's it. That's all you have. So if you're level 24 and you're camping and you just blow through all of your epics, you're going to get this assignment one day for 2,000, 2,400 in your main list, and you're not going to be able to do it. And that would really suck having to cancel something like that because that one has a pretty high algorithm on it. That being said, we try to not do this assignment if we can avoid it, given that it usually does come back with, you know, about 3 rotations, and then it either stays away for the duration of the contest or it just keeps coming back. That being said, usually because people try to not do this assignment, they're actually closer to the streaks when they have to make the jump on if they need to do it or not. That would be a very big risk if you do this assignment close to the streaks, because if it falls into a situation where your epic is on a 12-hour cooldown and you're doing a streaks that only allows 24 hours, you're going to have a problem. You're going to fail the streak, you're going to lose those 8,000 bonus points, and it's all going to be because you touched that stupid task. So try not to do that assignment if it's at rotatable value, if at all possible, okay? Now, it can be worth 800, 1,200, 1,600, 2,000, and 2,400. If it's worth 2,000 or higher, you should do it because it is a main task. 1,600, it will also depend on your list. Everything really depends on what you have in your list, the place values, all that stuff, okay? So it's really important that you guys pay a lot of attention to what's said in these walkthrough videos. The next one is that high premium Latin. Now, what does this tell us? This tells us that at least we have one of our really high upgrades in there for a low value. This one can be worth up to 3,600 points. So if it comes in our main list for 3,600 on a player that cannot do it, that blocks high valued assignments to come in. So at least we have one of those secured at low value. We have a 1,200 cargo that is a non-premium rotatable. This one is pretty good, actually, an opportunity, but if it does keep coming back, then you should obviously try to find other doorways if possible. We have a premium VU assignment for 1,000. Now, typically what happens when you rotate a 1,000 assignment is the game tries to level you out by giving you a 3,000 assignment in your turn. If you do not have a lot of upgrades in your list, or you have a lot of room for 3,000 point tasks to come in, just know that you run a very high risk of a high upgrade coming in, which would be problematic, okay? Then we have an 800 design challenge upgrade. That is a rotatable a non-premium no touch for this player. So he's got 2 out of the 7 upgrades that he needs to stack up, both at low value. That's a good sign. Starting with his first choice here, it would have been the monster if the monster was available. Obviously, the monster was not available. Okay. Why did I not do monster first? What the fuck? Okay, so apparently the monster was there, and he screwed up. So he gets keys, and he does the monster. So yeah, that was obviously a mistake. Okay, now he gets hammers. So at this point, let's go back. At this point, we would look at the whole list, right? Now, he has metal there, but we have to account for the fact that he probably prepped some long factory production item in his factories, right? Something like feed or glass. Does it really make sense to pick that up right this very minute for a whopping, like, 100 more points? No. What else do we have? We have ladders, and we have war delivery. Now, ladders, I don't know what he has prepped in his hardware store, but the war deliveries can actually be worth 3,000 points, and it's limited, so I would have went with the war deliveries. Okay, cool. All right, we're on to something here. Okay, the monster came right back, which is to be expected. Given that it's at main task value, we still need to do it to open up that place value. Okay, now he gets a war card upgrade. Another monster, which would still need done. Now he gets hit with a 2,400 old town building. Now, we're going to have to leave this sit. At least it didn't come in for 3,600 points. That would have really sucked, you guys. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay. So, that being said, looking at the rest of his list, he's got the 1440 on the hammers. He's got the 1590 on the metal, 1560 on ladders. Doesn't really make sense to pick up the long factory productions over 30 points, right? So ladders would have been what I would have done. Okay, see that, I don't understand that. I mean, maybe he only picked up a partial and left some, but over 30 points, I wouldn't have picked up that much feed. You know, he could get feed the next assignment and then have another 5 hours of production. You know what I mean? So I would have just held off. So he gets his 3,000 London delivery, okay? And then there's a 3K Tokyo upgrade. Ouch, that sucks. We do have some upgrades rolling in, so it doesn't really make sense to cancel yet. So obviously the next choice would be the ladders, right? Because it's the highest in the list with the best opportunity. What? Oh, okay. I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to get this cancellation over with. So he's trying to get the upgrade to pop in. So he does the VU. Okay, I can understand that. The reason that I wouldn't have done that quite yet is because we have a lot of midway valued assignments. So you've already got, you know, your Latin. You've got your design challenge, Tokyo, Old Town. The only one that's really cancel worthy is Tokyo. We already know you're not going to get a high premium because both those are in the list. So the only options that you have is London and Paris to come in for 3,000. I don't want to mark this as a mistake because I understand the thought process behind it. I would have done the ladders first to see if it rolled in on its own, you know. but I'm not going to mark that as a mistake. Okay, so he's got London. Am I going backwards? No, I'm not. Okay, so we've got the monster here for 2,500. Okay, monster must have left. Oh, I see. That sucks. When you guys do your monster assignment, if you at all have the ability to do like the comic hand or something, you should do that so you don't have this problem. I don't know what, options were available to you in terms of like cards that you have unlocked and stuff, but that really sucks because the monster's going to be days away and it's going to be hundreds of dollars, and now it's in your list for 2,500 points. That with the Old Town and that 3,000 upgrade, you're fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a good thing. So he does the ladders, okay? That results in a 720 on the flower. I'm not surprised with all this high crap in your list. You're going to have to cancel. I mean, we've already went, what? How many assignments since then? 3, 4, 5? How many? I don't know. Okay, so we've only went 3. That's not good. Thought we went more. God, that sucks, dude, that you can't do that monster. You could do the hammers, but at this point, you have to open up something. If an upgrade comes back, then you're right back where you started, kind of thing. I would have canceled, probably, honestly. Okay, so you went with the hammers. That was a tough one. I'm not going to mark that wrong either. I would have done the cancellation, but I wouldn't have marked that wrong. Okay, so you've got the 2,400 Paris. 1,560 on Melon. See what I'm saying? It's not giving it to you. So I would just do the cancellation and hope that it doesn't come back. Like, you've got too much. I mean, you're only 13 assignments in, and you have 3 main tasks taken up. That's not a good thing. And I don't see the monster being able to be done anytime soon. You can't cancel that Old Town, so the only option you really have is to cancel that 3,000 and hope it stays away. So he does the melons again. Now he's got the midway. See what I'm saying? Like, it's giving you midway assignments. You've lowered your average a lot by continuing to rotate. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, that's bad. Because 16 tasks. I mean, you're still holding your 2K average, but... Okay, so you've got your 3,000 BU, 3,000 war card, 3,000 BU, 2,100 on the ladders, 3,000 BU. See what I'm saying? Like, now you've got your one workable doorway. You're getting really close to out of range to be able to cancel that 3,000 point upgrade. 2,000 on the war deliveries, 3,600 on the launch legendary. So once this doorway gets fucked, I just said it too. Once this doorway gets fucked, now you got no doorway, and that's not good because that was your one good doorway. See what I'm saying? 16 tasks before streaks. If you don't cancel right now, you pretty much forfeit your only opportunity to cancel. Okay. 2,000 London. 2,000 BU. 1,600 on the grass. Oh God, this is terrible. Your good doorway's gone. 1,600 on the shoe. You can't cancel now. You're too close. Yep. 1,600 on metal. 3,000. You got lucky with this BU. It's kind of barely keeping you afloat here. Okay. 2,100 on the bricks. It's trying to give you a little bit back. Woohoo! There's an 1,800 on plastic. What a bunch of fuckers. But, I mean, you also have a predicament. Look at your list as a whole. Is what you should have done back when you should have done that cancellation when I said to do the cancellation. If you would have looked at your list as a whole, you really can't do the epic. You can rotate the the coins and the keys closer to the streaks to try to bring something in. You've got that cargo doorway, but you got to fit 7 upgrades on this list somehow. And hopefully some high premium, or not high premium, high production tasks. Okay. You again for 3,000. Launch common war for 16. See what I'm saying? It's just keeping you at that 1,600 value. 6 tasks before streaks. At least the repairer is in the streaks and not the main list. I don't know if war is in session right now. That flower task for really low is kind of, I don't know. Might be a good thing to rotate, actually. I don't remember. Yeah, you have that 800 at the bottom. You really can't afford to take any hits on your score, though. You really got to start getting these other upgrades in. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm going to assume he went with the common war attack. Okay. So my guess is now he's like, okay, I'm not getting anything good here. War maybe wasn't in session. Was there a comment there? No. Okay. So he went with the cargo. 2,000 on the VU. Now he's got textiles for main task value. Okay. So again, I don't know if war is even in session. Maybe it's not. You guys, from now on, I'm going to tell everybody in the group, I want you guys to leave comments on your screenshots if war is not in session, or, like, I don't know, write something on the screenshot, like W or something, and then I'll know that that means war not in session, so you don't have to go through every picture, because that would be kind of annoying. 2,000 on the VU. Okay. We've got a 1,400 on grass. 2 tasks before streaks. You know, at this point, I probably would have just done the coins, because you haven't used that doorway yet, and then rotated the grass. VU for 3,000, 2,000 keys. Hopefully these start rolling in. This VU is about the only thing keeping you alive right now. Okay, we've got the 3,000 London. We've got the 3,000 war card. Now you've got that doorway taken care of with sugar. Text. I mean, these other upgrades aren't coming in. This is not good. So I'm assuming when war starts, he does the war attack. Now he does flower. Okay. Yep. London, yeah, that flower, I would have done that a little sooner. There's your VU that's keeping you alive. Your war cards. There's your 3K Paris. Okay. At least we've got that taken care of. You know, right now, yeah, that value does suck, but we really need these upgrades to come in, because what's going to give him this win is going to be these bonus points, and if he can't get these upgrades in by the time he hits 9 tasks remaining, he's not going to be able to safely do the upgrades, or the streaks. He'll have to go through the streaks and hope he makes it through the streaks. So he's got Paris, he's got Tokyo, Old Town, Latin, Design Challenge. I think he's just missing London. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Okay. So he does the monster. Now this I would not have done. Okay, and I'm going to tell you why. 1, you're 2 tasks before the streaks. I have had players do this. Actually, I had somebody do this last week, and they ended up in a situation where the monster kept repeatedly coming back in the streaks, and as you know, the monster does not have a whole lot of health on it. So if it continually comes back in the streaks and you kill it, you're going to end up having to choose between spending hundreds of cash to bring him back to do one stupid assignment, or failing an entire streak and then not being able to continue with the other streaks because of risk. See what I'm saying? So I would not have done that. Okay, so he does the monster and he gets metal. So at this point, I would rotate that common war attack. I don't understand why you haven't rotated that war attack yet. I mean, are we really not in war still? Okay, so we've got the VU. There's your London. He got it right at the last assignment, you guys. Ugh. Okay, so repair, keys, chairs, 2,000 on the Tokyo. Now he gets feet in the streaks. That sucks. And it's for 2 rounds. So you guys, if you ever wonder why I tell people to go quick, this is 10 hours of downtime. That's why I tell you guys to go fast. As a low-level player, that is a lot of freaking downtime for 1 assignment and 1 streak. You only get 24 hours to finish 1 streak. And 1 of your assignments out of the 4 is taking up 10 hours of downtime. So yeah, that's kind of a big deal. Now we've got cargo for 1,800, seeds for 1,600, lawn chairs for 1,900. Okay. Then we've got the 2,200 on the saps. We're on streak 3, by the way. Let's see here. VU for 2,000, 3,000 deliveries, 1,600 on keys, 1,600 on veggies, 1,500 on wood, 1,600 on paint, 2,000 London, 1,600 metal, 1,700 plastic, 1,400 glue, 1,800 cargo, 2,000 launch VU, chemicals. Okay? And that's for 2 rounds of chems. That's 4 hours downtime for a low-level player. 1,600 on keys. 202,000 points was the end score. Let me go back here for just a second. Right, where was it? Right here. This was right when he started the streaks. Okay, I want you guys to pay attention to this. So, right, where is it? Right here is where he started the streaks. He had 110,000 points, okay? And he ended with 202,000. He made almost 100,000 points off the streaks. So half of his week consisted of, let's see, you have 75 assignments after you use all 15 tickets, right? 24 of those assignments are streak assignments. So let's see here. We've got 51 assignments total that were done without streaks. So 51 assignments versus 24 streak assignments. And the points values are almost double. So for 51 assignments, he got 110,000 points, right? For 24 assignments, he ended with 202,000. So just what, like, it was like 92,000 or something, 93,000. Yeah, see why it's so important that you guys get through those streaks? Because that is your huge score jump. And this is also why you should not be reporting people for hacking if you see their score jump up in 1 day's time. Because believe it or not, when you do things right and you stack things up like this, or let's say you're a high level player and you can actually do your upgrades, about the only thing you have to worry about is long factory productions. If you can secure those long factory productions, and yeah, you do have regional stuff to deal with. But the point I'm getting at, so many people are like, oh my God, he put up 50,000 points the last 2 days. It's like, dude, are you kidding me right now? I've got people that finish their entire week in 2 days. It's not unheard of. That's the point. You know, he went up 100,000 points pretty much. 92,000 points in like a day just doing the streaks. And that was with 2 factory productions. That was 14 hours of downtime. Minus that 14 hours of downtime, and think about that for a minute. So, yes, overall, You got a really good score. You had a really interesting week. All I would suggest, Star, for you, because some of these mistakes were or some of these situations took a lot of thought, is what I'm saying. Like, okay, do I want to risk this? Do I want to risk that kind of thing? You got really, really, really lucky that you got that upgrade in on the last streak or whatever. But what I would advise to you is that you look at your list as a whole and see, like, okay, where are all these going to come in at? If you had done that way back when I had said you should cancel or whatever, you would have been like, okay, I really don't have any choice but to cancel, because if I continue on doing these 1,600 point assignments and leaving this sit here, I'm not going to be able to cancel it. And then I'm going to have lowered my average. You see what I'm saying? So overall, yes, you had a good week. Sorry, you guys. Just try to, you guys, look at your list as a whole instead of just comparing assignments. Or like, okay, should I pick this? Should I pick that? Yes, you want to do that, but just look at where you have room for everything. What you see happening in 5 or 6 assignments. All right, you guys. I'm starting to lose my voice. I'm going to go before I hack in your ear again.